It's the Happy Families Podcast. It's the podcast for the time-poor parent who just wants answers now.
Welcome to the Happy Families Podcast. We're so glad to have you joining us today. Every Friday on the podcast, we review the week that was, the highs and lows, the peaks, the troughs, the things that went well and the things that didn't. We call it I'll Do Better Tomorrow. The whole object is that we want to improve in our parenting. We want to be more intentional. We want to be more conscious parents. And Kylie, today, a podcast with a difference. You're not in the studio with me.
We've never actually done this, I don't think.
No, I don't think we ever have.
But I'm holed up in a tiny little hotel room at the moment, spending a little bit of time away with a friend.
Yeah, girls' time, no kids, no husband, just you, Beck, and a whole lot of fun, really. I mean, you must be living the life.
Well, I'm doing lots and lots of walking, so I'm really feeling it.
So here's the context. Every so often, Kylie, for our entire marriage, we've always been so committed to being close to one another, and we would never, I remember years and years and years ago, some friends were going on individual holidays. That is, they were going on trips without taking their husband or their wife. And we were like, who would do that? How could you do that? And suddenly here we are. And how's it going?
You know, I think the real challenge is that when you become a parent, all of a sudden you have all this responsibility, and the idea, the romantic notion that as husband and wife you'll get to go and explore the world and enjoy time together without the children is probably a little bit unrealistic for most families.
So what you're saying is you're having a ball. Is that what you're saying?
I am having a ball. I miss you all, but I am having a ball.
So I've been thinking about it all week. Well, I mean, I've been missing you like crazy all week, but I've been thinking about it all week. And with the cost of living crisis, people struggling so much, this is also a really affordable way for you to be able to have an experience, because the cost of taking the family away, it's exorbitant, and it's just too much pressure. But you needed a break, and this was something where if you're just paying for one person to disappear for a few days, it's so much more affordable than trying to pack up the whole family, go through all the rigmarole, all the hassle, all the drama, and make that happen. Unless you want to go camping, which we're always happy to do that. But this was just for you. And, well, I guess that makes it much more achievable when it is just one person that you're paying for. So what's it been like to be a mum of 6 kids with no one to look after, no one to confer with, no one to check in with other than your good mate, Beck, while you guys gallivant and hang out and do your thing?
So this is something new for both Beck and I. Neither of us have actually done a really solid trip away or by ourselves. And if I'm being completely honest, I actually tagged along with Beck. This was actually her trip. And what I've loved about it is the opportunity that we've had to kind of, I guess, strengthen our friendship. We're both really busy mums. We spend lots of time in our own families, consumed by everything that entails. And so for each of us to be able to just take a little bit of time out for us and to be able to spend time together obviously strengthens any relationship when you do that. And I think as women, we need to band together. We need to stick together. We need to actually encourage each other and push boundaries together. And we've come together as 2 very different and individual people with different strengths and abilities. And what's been really awesome is where one of us lacks, the other one seems to be able to pick up the slack. And so the opportunity we've had to just remember and tap back into that childhood notion of having fun and being spontaneous and not having to worry about what anyone else needs from us, to literally be able to just take a few moments of time to do something just for us has been really restorative.
Yeah, I reckon that there's pretty much every mum who's listening is probably going, wouldn't mind a week away. Wouldn't mind just disappearing with a girlfriend and doing what you're doing. It sounds so great. Is there a take-home message in relation to what you're doing and how this is going?
So there's probably 3 things that stand out to me as I think about the experience. In preparation to leaving, I was really anxious, but not because I was anxious about being away for me. I was actually anxious about how Emily specifically would respond to me being away, and feeling, I guess, the pressure of knowing that I was leaving you behind with the kids while you're working and having to deal with them as well. And just all of the dynamics of family life on top of running a business and doing your side of family life. And that really, really weighed heavily on me. And I think so many times as I talk to other mums, the acknowledgement that they couldn't possibly do it because they don't want to add that pressure to their partners or spouses, or they're too worried because nobody could do life like they do it and take care of their families the way they take care of them. And the reality is, how have you done? I'm actually interested.
I really appreciate you asking. So
have you survived?
Yeah. I've survived. It's fine. If I was to summarize how I'm doing, I would say I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. That's not supposed to come across as sounding spiteful, vindictive, or otherwise envious in any way at all. I really, no, I truly.
You're not envious at all, are you?
I truly am happy for you. Oh my goodness, do I wish that we were together? Yes. Can I please come with you on your next girls' getaway? Like, pretty please. I really would like that a lot. Oh my goodness. So extremely jealous, really, really envious, wishing that I was there with you. But really grateful for the opportunity as well. So I've had to take Emily, our 10-year-old, with me. It's been bring your kids to work day for me every day while I'm trying to run presentations around the country and do my thing. It has been challenging. On top of that, I'm trying to work full time. And as you know, my full-time work, my days normally start somewhere between 7:30 and 8 in the office. And because I'm giving presentations and I'm traveling and things, quite often I don't get back until 9 or 10, and often it's in a hotel room. So I'm trying to navigate two teenagers, look after Emily, the 10-year-old, deal with the meals and the washing and the ironing. And I know that any mum right now is pulling out the violins and saying, "Oh, let's just play you a song. Let's just help you get through this." But it is hard. It is hard, and my heart goes out to any single parent. I mean, we talk about this often on the podcast, the difference that it makes by having that additional parent, having an additional caregiver. It makes the world of difference. It's been really hard. Miss you like crazy, and can't wait for you to get home, basically. Do you know what? In spite of that, we're doing fine. Meals have been cooked, on top of the washing, house is tidy, kids have been great. It's one of those things where you can do it. Of course you can do it. It's just,
it sounds like I should probably stay away for another week or so.
It's just nicer to not have to do it on your own. Don't even think about it. I can't believe you'd say that. I think a couple of take-home messages for me, though. I had Emily with me, and we've been able to visit science centres. We've been able to go to museums, because I can't have a 10-year-old with me in a hotel room and get the same volume or get any work done. My work has had to be paused. Only the absolute essentials have been done, and Emily has been the focus of my attention. And I've loved that. She said something weird to me the other day, and I'm not quite sure if she chose the right word, because she used the word scared. I don't think that I scare our 10-year-old daughter, but she said to me, "Daddy, being able to spend all this time with you, I'm not scared of you anymore. I love spending time with you." I'm not sure that she meant scared. At least I'm hoping she didn't, because, I mean, who knows how this sounds to fresh ears on the podcast. I don't know. But I think what she was really saying was, when we get to spend time together, we get to be comfortable and play, and there's no apprehension around whether I will or won't have to say goodbye to you. We just get to be together. I think that with the fly-in, fly-out life that I live, for better or for worse, it creates a level of stress and apprehension in our kids, because they know that I'm home, but that I'm going again. And so the steadiness of having her, even though she's been traveling with me.
The routine changes all the time. And so their desperate need for consistency in their routine is turned upside down every time you leave or every time you come home. Like there's no continuity for her in her life. And so when she uses those words, it's this acknowledgement that she doesn't actually understand what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
There's no ability for her to kind of really tap in and understand what the next hour looks like, let alone the next day or the next, week, because it's changing all the time.
Yeah, and we're being pretty transparent here. I mean, you've gone away to have a getaway. I've been left with the kids, and it's really, really, really hard. But one of the things that people might miss with our family, I mean, I don't know whether I'm saying this right or not, but I'm the parenting expert, right? We're supposed to have the perfect happy family, blah, blah, blah. But it's not like that at all. The work that I've chosen to do creates an enormous level of pressure on you, and it creates a huge level of instability for our family. The great irony is I'm out there telling everyone how to have happy families, and quite often the work that I do undermines our ability to give our kids the very thing that I'm promoting in every other family. It's a horrible, horrible challenge and a tremendous paradox that I live with on a daily basis, and something that's a real struggle. So I guess the take-home message is it's good for girls to get away. It's good for mums to be able to have a bit of a break without the pressure of the kids. It's a lot cheaper as well than taking the whole family. And it's been really challenging, but also really good for me to be able to have a different level of concentration and time with our kids. And, we've had some great times. Museums and science centers, and we've gone and visited galleries and been outside and played tag as we've run around in parks and just had experiences together, eaten in cafes. It's been really, really fun, really, really hard. Glad you're not taking an extra week. Can't wait to see you on Sunday night.
Is there a newfound appreciation for everything I do?
I've never stopped appreciating everything that you do. Gee, I wish that I could get you to take the kids on a week away and go and work and give talks and have a newfound appreciation for everything that I do. And then that would be good.
Well, if I could earn the big bucks doing what you do, I'd do that.
If only. So, Mrs. Happy Families, enjoy your last 48 hours away from the family. I hope that it goes really nicely. Looking forward to having you back in the studio on the podcast on Monday.
See you Sunday night.
Love you. The Happy Families podcast is produced by Justin Rulon from Bridge Media. Craig Bruce is our executive producer. If you'd like more information about making your family happier, we'd love for you to visit us at happyfamilies.com.au.